Nervous about this one. What's up, people? Today, you'll say it's not LightningFireZC, and I'm here with a different kind of video. Now, as you know, the 27th, well, actually the 25th, 27th, I think, was Comic-Con, and I got to meet one of my favorite YouTubers, Masako X, the man himself, the king of creativity when it comes to making Dragon Ball what ifs. And he was a real down-to-earth guy, so approachable, you could mistake him for a regular guy if it wasn't for the whole big banner that said Masako at the convention. But otherwise, he's a great guy. I got to bounce ideas off of him. He also got to take this picture of me and him, which is fantastic. And he gave me a few suggestions when it came to my own what ifs. Now there's a special reason why I'm doing this video as well, that I will leave at the end of the video, so be sure you stay till the end, and I mean like before the outro. Just make sure you stay till the end for the surprise. Anyway, so as you can see from the title, the video is about what if Goku did not see Gohan's hidden potential in the time chamber. Now, of course, I'll try to do this Masako style. I'll explain what happened and I'll explain how mine is different, even though you guys have probably watched the series already. Anyway, for the recap, Gohan and Goku go into the time chamber after Vegeta and Trunks go to fight Cell, and they start training. Gohan, through a lot of kind of self-motivation while he's fighting back a Kamehameha from his Super Saiyan powered up dad, finally turns Super Saiyan himself. When Gohan becomes strong enough to become a decent training partner for Goku, they train, get stronger, and before they come out, obviously we don't see this when it happens, we see this in the flashback when Gohan's already fighting Cell, that Gohan, during one of his training sessions with his dad, tapped into some immense power and potential that Goku has not seen in anyone. Now, when Goku sees this, he knows that if anybody has a shot against defeating Cell, it's Gohan. But what if he didn't see this? So, my story starts off the same way as the canon timeline. Goku and Gohan go into the time chamber. They train, Gohan goes Super Saiyan the exact same way, and we stay on the timeline. The only thing that changes is when Goku and Gohan have that training session where Gohan shows off his potential, this is where the story changes. Goku, who has already kicked Gohan out of his transformation, then says, "Gohan, let's take a break. We've had enough training for one day." Gohan, who wants to continue, saying he has enough energy to continue, he says, "Wait, I can still go." Now, in this what if, Goku either doesn't hear him or passes out. For him, I'm going to have him pass out. So as soon as Goku tries to turn around, he collapses. Gohan doesn't notice this and begins to power up. He goes Super Saiyan, and for a brief second, a Super Saiyan 2 before he too passes out. Then, when Goku comes to, he sees his son passed out and realizes we both had, passed out from exhaustion, and realizes that his son is much stronger than he thought that he was. He always saw potential in Gohan, but this was incredible. Now, he does see potential in Gohan, but he didn't see his true potential. He didn't see how strong Gohan could get. He saw that Gohan's stronger than he thought, but not to the same extent. So they actually stay in the chamber. Goku still thinks he has to beat Cell. So rather than getting out early, and I looked up the Dragon Ball wiki for this, of how long they stayed as well as how long they had left. Mr. Popo said they had around about 3 hours left, so he spent around 319 days in the time chamber. I'll have the wiki message somewhere around here, and that means Goku had around 45.5 days left, give or take, and he's gonna stay in the time chamber for that amount of time, and I don't think it'll be enough. See, when it comes to Cell had immense power that at the time no one alive, don't count Super Obvious, but no one alive could even match. So Goku, even with the extra training in the Hyperbolic Time Chamber, would not be able to match Cell. He would be stronger, yeah, sure, but not strong enough to beat Cell, because Cell was holding his own against Goku while suppressed. He was holding back quite a bit actually. So the Cell games roll around, Goku sees Cell and is a little bit more, I would say, apprehensive about charging Cell, not all like smiles and laughs. Like, he doesn't feel like he's got a lifeline here. He can't just pass to Gohan. He feels like, okay, I have to beat him. Of course he's gonna enjoy the fight. This is Goku, but he's gonna be less trivial about it, let's say. So they start fighting, and everything plays out how it normally does. They get to the part where Goku hits the instant transmission Kamehameha. It obviously packs more of a punch since he's trained more, but still can't kill Cell. And since Goku aimed for his top half rather than, all of him, he still regenerates, and Cell doesn't take too much more damage than he did in the original timeline. And events carry on as told. So they notice that Goku's getting tired, and both Cell and Goku's power are both diminishing fast, but Goku's even faster. And of course Vegeta says the whole, if this goes on, he will die. Now this is at the point where Goku gives up. But since he doesn't feel like he has no one to turn to, he doesn't give up. He keeps fighting. And this is my what if, and I know what I'm about to say is not really a popular decision, especially if you look at the Cell Saga as a whole. But this is where I would have Cell kill Goku. Bear with me. I don't see another reason why Goku would ever give up a match. Like, the only reason why he would give up is because he saw Gohan had the potential to beat Cell. And while Gohan still showed off his potential when Goku passed out in the time chamber, it's not enough for him to say, okay son, go fight Cell. And face it, he's a Saiyan like Vegeta. He's not gonna give up his pride or whatever to give it to Gohan, because at this point he doesn't believe Gohan can get the job done. Especially with Goku, what he has in mind, he's obviously going to give Cell the Senzu Bean and be like, okay, go for it, Cell. I hated that scene. After the whole barrier thing, where Goku has that hope spot and Vegeta talks about him, he will die. After a few more exchanges, Goku actually collapses. And before anyone can process what's happening, Cell fires a ki blast straight at him. It could be, I don't want to disintegrate Goku because I don't want him to go out like that, but just something to mortally wound him to the point where he is dying. So Cell shoots a blast or a shockwave at Goku, who's collapsed and has just dropped out of Super Saiyan form. It hits Goku straight in the chest in his base form. Now everyone is shocked, but the first person to get over this shock is Gohan, who rushes to his father. Cell, who's in the air, is just reveling in his victory of, oh, I just killed Son Goku. Can anyone match my perfection? Gohan is going to his father and is trying to get him to, well, not die. Cell, who is laughing at the fact that the Earth's greatest defender has fallen to his feet. Krillin gets ready with a bag of senzu beans, however, Cell snatches it off him before he can get to Goku. You're not gonna heal Goku with these senzu beans, are you? So Goku is left with his injury, with Gohan crying beside him. With Goku's lost strength, he tells Gohan, you have the power to be the strongest person alive. You can beat Cell, but only if you believe you can. And you have to do it now. And with that, Earth's greatest hero and defender leaves the planet. Gohan is overcome with grief. Vegeta is shocked. His rival had died. Krillin is speechless. His best friend had just died in front of him. Tien, Yamcha, Piccolo, all of them just saw their greatest rival and friend die in front of them. Gohan is motionless next to his father. He is in shock. Cell, who comes down from the sky, stands next to, well, in front of Gohan, on the other side of Goku, and says, Gohan,
didn't your father ever tell you to never let your guard down?
He then puts his foot on Goku's chest and laughs. All is quiet. The ground starts to shake. Gohan's fist clutched so hard he draws blood. And Cell notices his hair starts to change from blonde. His hair starts to stand up. His shoulders are shaking. People around him are starting to notice something's happening. Rocks are starting to float. And all of a sudden you hear a scream from Gohan. He is in so much anguish. He just wants his father back. He felt that him and everyone else just watched his father die. And for what? For pride? With all of his just emotions bottled up, he lets out a terrifying scream and transforms into a Super Saiyan 2. Gohan is enraged. Not the Silent Rage Super Saiyan 2 Gohan that we saw in the actual canon timeline, but we see a merciless Gohan. He doesn't even waste a second of his new transformation and doesn't let Cell get over the shock of seeing this. He goes straight for Cell and absolutely annihilates him. Launches punches, kicks, elbows, knees, brutalizes the android. Doesn't let him even have a second to realize what's hit him. All he feels is immense pain. Gohan, in a fit of rage, throws Cell into the sky. Cell's helpless, he can't even stop himself, and charges up a Kamehameha, disintegrating Cell. Cell is dead. There is no Android 16 self-destruct or anything like that. Nothing happens. What does happen is 16 is alive, but 18 is dead. Now what we have here is a bit of a crossroads. Obviously when they go to the Dragon Balls, they're going to wish everyone that Cell killed back to life, which means 17 and 18 will come back. A lot of people think, why would they come back? I mean, 17 was always in Cell, and technically Gohan killed Cell. If you think about it though, 17 did come back. I mean, if you saw him in the Buu Saga, holding up those poachers. So it would make sense that 17, 18 still come back. So now on the planet, 17, 18, and 16 are on Earth. They wish back everyone that was killed by Cell, and they go to wish back Goku. Remember, Trunks didn't die. So, as they wish for everyone that was killed by Cell to come back, they obviously have one more wish, and they're going to use it on Goku. But then they hear Goku's voice in the sky. Goku says, I appreciate what you guys are doing for me, but I have to stay. Obviously in the dub, he didn't really explain why he wanted to stay, and all the fans had their own interpretation, but Goku wanted to stay obviously to protect the Earth. Because all the villains was coming after him. I'm not sure if I'm getting that confused with Abridged, but Goku's reasons is Goku's reasons. Gohan, who's confused, upset, and angry, said, Why? Why do you want to stay? You have a family here. I need you. Mom needs you. The Earth needs you. Goku doesn't budge, obviously. He stays in Otherworld. Says, Gohan, you are the strongest on this planet. You are stronger than I am, Gohan. You can protect Earth, you can protect your mother, and you can protect all of our friends. You don't need me anymore. Obviously, Goku doesn't understand that it's not a matter of need, a matter of want, but Gohan understands. What Gohan had to do, it's changed Gohan. He's no longer the hesitant warrior. He's now the warrior who doesn't want to lose anybody, and he understands now that he has to take Goku's place. He can no longer sit back and watch his friends die. He's been doing that for a long time. And he doesn't want to see anyone die again. First it was all the people in the Saiyan Saga. Then it was Krillin, Vegeta, Piccolo. Everyone died around him. Now his father? Gohan has seen all kinds of just horrible things at such a young age. And now with his father gone, and his father's telling him, it's now your turn. Gohan will now step up, because everyone watched Goku die, and he's not going to watch anymore. So Gohan is going to change from his transition from a 11-year-old to an 18-year-old. He's going to change. His ideal of fighting is going to change. Because I feel like in Super, it took him way too long to realize that he had so many things to protect. That he can't just rely on his father. He himself has things to protect that only he can protect. And I'm very upset, honestly, that it took Gohan until Super Resurrection of Frieza to realize that. So in my what if, he's going to realize that now. Gohan's going to nod his head and say, I understand. Would you at least call back, talk to us every now and again? And Goku obviously will oblige. But Goku's voice will fade. and everyone realized he really is gone this time. Now with the second wish, Krillin could still get his wish of all the bombs that were in 17, 18 could be removed. I don't see why they'd wish for anything else, so Krillin makes the wish. Obviously, things have changed now. 18 doesn't see what Krillin did for her, and 17, around there somewhere. 16, however, has been watching Gohan. He's been watching all these altercations playing out in front of him. He says that, Gohan, you are a gentle warrior. Never forget your kindness. You will always be a warrior, but you can be a warrior with a gentle heart. And with that, he leaves. I would have 16 do the whole speech of protect everyone, but Gohan at this point knows what he has to do. Then we go to the Buu Saga, and that's where I cut it here. So this was my first what if. I'm a little, nervous. I'm not used to having the camera on me for so long. You're only used to hearing my voice. Now you're looking at me. I wish I took a haircut and a shave before I did this video. But you know what? I wanted to do this because I'm going to show you a surprise right now.
Hey guys, MASAKO here. Be sure to subscribe to LightningFireZC for some more what ifs and discussions in the Dragonball community.
Can you believe it? The king of creativity has given me his almighty blessings to continue what he started. Well, not really continue what he started, but to, join the community. Not only that, I didn't know he was going to say that, so I'm put under pressure. But you know what? I've always wanted to do this, so this push helps. Anyway, this is the end of the what if. I really hoped you enjoyed. And if you want a continuation, then tell me in the comments. Give me a like. Tell me what I should have done right. If there's anything that should have changed, if anything you don't see is plausible, then again, mention in the comments. But that is the end of the video. Thank you for watching, guys, and until I see you guys next time, have a great day, and cheerio.